Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh Bashem El Shai Bashem Rukakwadah. Shalom to the 144,000, the rest of the elect. Shalom to you all. I'm going to entitle this video, make this relatively short. Most High willing, Yahweh Bashem El Shai Ratazah. Ratazah meaning willing. Hillary Clinton, inside joke. Hillary Clinton told the truth concerning super predators, and we all know what race of people she was talking about, and she was 100% correct. Pretty much she prophesied of the super predators, and they wasn't as super back in 1996 compared to now. There were mega super predators, and it's talking about Jake. Jake, you walking down the hood where Jake is. You got, you looking behind you, you got eyes in the back of your head. You walk in the Edomite neighborhood, you're going to kind of be circumspect, but you're not going to be as tense as you are in the damn hood, man. And that's a fact. And she made this statement. I'm going to let you, what I'm going to do is this is from 1996. She was running for president back then, Hillary Clinton. It was a campaign for the president. I didn't know she goes far back in that, because that was when what's his name? Clinton, the husband, can't even think of his name. What's this guy? Clinton. The husband, whatever, I can't even remember. This has been so long. But anyway, this is a video from 1996 from C-SPAN, Hillary Clinton on super predators. Now, we all know who she was talking about. And the so-called black community, which there's no such thing as a black community, but it's a representative for the black community. What the hell does that mean? You had Jake in an uproar against her saying that about their children, their sons. Now, these women are just as predatorial as the boys. Back then, it was just the kids, and it's far, 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 far worse now in 2024. I was getting ready to say 2023 than it was back in the 90s. And she was called racist. She was called insensitive. She was called all kind of names. And ultimately, this is why she lost. And I guess this was a bid for the presidency, because he was going to, Clinton, I can't even remember the guy's name. Clinton, Mr. Clinton. I can't even think. Give me a second. I'm sorry, man. Right. This is this individual quoting her, and you're going to see it. It says super predators with no conscience, no empathy. The only people I know that will shoot up a funeral of a man that was a rival gang person is these niggas, man. Esau don't even do that shit. The cops don't do that, man. Is she talking about gangs or about herself and her list of murderous deeds? She's a murderer, yes. No conscience, no empathy sounds like she's projecting again. No, that's true, man. Jake will fucking shoot up a funeral home of the guy that they shot. Come back and shoot their mama. I don't see you, nigga, I'm gonna kill your mama. I don't see you, nigga. There was a case a couple years back, some years back, of in Chicago, rival gangs. The rival gang member saw the guy's son and shot the guy's son. He had to be about 8 years old. That's a super predator, man. That's a super predator. Even though she's the devil, she told the truth. Who was here? Trump Biden second debate, blah, 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 blah. This is 3 years ago. His name was Seth Rich. Meet the real Hillary Clinton. Did she lie? Right here. Did she lie? This was the latest truthful thing that came out of her mouth. She's a devil, but she told the truth. Sometimes the devil can tell you the truth. And Jake is full of emotion, man. Here they got this fucking clown, Miguel TV. He's got a morning walk. This former member of this bitch made asshole. He's fucked up because of what Tazadakia did. She was right. Here it goes. She was right. They did it. They did it. It worked. Violent crime was cut in half. The 20 to 30 year odds. In case anyone missed it, she is referring to black Americans. That's why the black community, whatever the hell that means, that's why they came against her, and she ultimately lost her bid for the presidency. Well, turns out she was right. And they're far worse now than they were. We're talking, just 96, 2006, 2006. We're talking almost 30 years she said this. No conscience, no empathy. Gee whiz, the irony. Is that the most evil woman in history? She's an Edomite, small hat. First time she told the truth. And that's rare when you hear a politician tell the truth. And they did set up, it was her husband, Bill Clinton, came back to me, and Biden had set up the crime bill. And they set it up mainly for Jake, because Jake they're super predators. Now they're mega super predators. Jake could blow you away. Now you got little 8-year-old kids toting fucking 9s and AKs, breaking into cars. These are fucking gremlins, man. Even though these people are a bunch of devils. The devil told the truth. So I'm going to let you watch it. This is from C-SPAN 1996. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. Here we go. Community. Let me bring it back. Bring it back a little bit more. Okay. Community policing, because we have finally. Let me come back a little bit more. Okay, officials are doing because what citizens and neighborhood patrol, and Esau set up neighborhood patrol. So you come in there, Fort Jakes, and walking by or driving by, and you see them walking around, peeping at people's houses. Neighborhood patrol. They're gonna call in. They said there's 4 They're going to say suspicious people, and we already know what that's code for. And then they're going to get on it. They're going to call the cops. And before these jakes could do anything, the cops is on their ass. Officials, citizens, neighborhood patrols are doing where we're making some progress. Much of it is related to the whatever called community policing. Community policing, because we have finally gotten more police officers on the street. That was one of the goals that the president, that was Bill Clinton, had when he pushed the crime bill. The crime bill was signed off by the president, and Biden was one of the ones that signed off on it. And it was to be aggressive with these Jakes out there. It was mainly for Jake, and Jake knew about it. He said, "This is for Jake." Well, guess what? You need to, that's why you got a thing called white flight. Look that word up. Was passed in 1994. He promised 100,000 police were moving in that direction, but we can see it already makes a difference, because if we have more police interacting with people, having them on the streets, we can prevent crimes. We can prevent pretty petty crimes from turning into something worse. But we have organized efforts, gangs. Okay, wait a minute. I think this is what's going to make the statement. Super predators. Effort against gangs, just as in a previous generation, we had an organized effort against the mob, which is the mafia. We need to take these people on. They are often connected to big drug cartels. They are not just gangs of kids anymore. They are often kinds of kids that are called super predators. And you have mega super predators out here now among our people. All right? Now, this right here, I just found out about this. This guy's getting convicted to 30 years. And see, something about them, those are extensions, by the way. What in the hell is a man doing with long hair like that? Remember what Paul said in 1 Corinthians, 1 Corinthians 11:3. No, I'm sorry. That's the hat. 1 Corinthians 11, and let me give you, I believe it's 14. Let me go ahead and get that. And see, having an Israelite man having long hair is equivalent to an Israelite man wearing a dress, because it's feminine. It's feminine. Okay? So you got a lot of guys, I have to mention the IUIC, with these super long dreads, and they got it braids, cornrows, and they got it styled up. They might as well wear a dress. That's why Paul said it's a shame for a man to have long hair. But it was given to a woman as a covering. So any Israelite man that you see, I'm not talking about the other nations, I'm talking about Israelite men that you see with long hair, that's a demon on them. And there's certain camps that allow that thing to go on. It said it's a shame for a man to wear long hair. So this guy right here, he was a teenager, wasn't even 20 years old, teen gunman sentenced to 30 years in prison for fatal Mall of America shooting. And this is it right here. This was put up 3 days ago. Mall of America shooting. Unsealed video footage shows. Okay, this is 2 years ago. Fatal 2022 shooting. So you can watch that. You can type that in. Mall of America shooting. Put in the whole thing. So this was in Minneapolis, Minnesota. St. Paul Minneapolis, St. Paul, which is in Minnesota. Because you got Jake throughout the whole country, right? And this is why Hillary made the statement about a super predator. This guy's a super predator. And we know, based upon the fact that he got, these are extensions. All right? Maybe he can't grow his hair that long, but he puts extensions in his hair to make his hair long. This man definitely's got demons in him. Any man with long hair, they have demons in them. You might as well wear a dress. Scriptures speak about a man should not wear that would pertain to a woman. Your hairstyle, they call it, you're going to wear your hair that way. This is demonic. Now, if it was a woman, it's not demonic. But if it was a man, it's demonic. You have a guy coming to the school in Israel, he's wearing a dress with high heels. What do you think they're going to do? They're going, first of all, he ain't going to get through the door. They might beat the shit out of this nigga. And he's not going to come back. If he come back correct with the fringes on, they're not going to let him in. Because yesterday you came in wearing a dress. But wait a minute, you got guys with long hair. And then he's confessing. He said, I'm sorry, I killed so many people. I did what I got to do, you know. So this nigga done, and he's not that big. They're going to turn him out. They're going to turn him into a woman. So you're going to have a reason to wear braids and a dress and panties. Because they're going to turn this dude out. And when he comes out, if he's not even 20, he's going to come out at 50. Guess what? He's going to go right back he's going to be a better criminal. Plus, he's going to be a mo. So let's come back and give you a precept. So she told the truth. She said kinds of kids that are called super predators. And Jake was up in arms over that, but she was telling the truth. And the truth hurts. They're called super predators with no conscience, no empathy. We can talk about why they ended up that way. They ended up that way because most likely single family home, because there's no father. A woman, not just a Jake woman, but any woman cannot raise a son. You need the father and you need the father and the mother in their life, because the mother is a nurturer from the time the baby's an infant till the time it grows up, you know. And then pretty much the father steps in as a disciplinarian. The father's working all day. You know, wait till your father gets home. There was a cartoon, wait till your father gets home. And the kid would get scared because the father would whip that ass. And back when I was young, you got fucked up, man. You got shit thrown at you. When I got into boxing, I was able to bob and weave real good. I was very defensive because my father used to throw fucking shots at me, and I used to dodge them shits. I used to dodge them motherfuckers, man. You know? My mom used to throw slippers at my ass, throw shit at my, she wouldn't, a slipper. I was good at dodging, man. It says, I used to, when I was boxing in sparring, I used to go right to the corner, right? Trap myself in the corner, and guys would come after me, and they couldn't hit me once. I'll be dodging their ass, and they'll get mad as hell. Then I'll slip out the side door, you know? But when I used to actually fight, I used to fight you like you owed me money. See? It says, can talk about why they ended up that way. Right, that's a whole other thing. And that's why the laws have to be applied. You have to kill a kid and now these women, it applies to women. Now, when you go to Deuteronomy 21 and 18, it says the sons. It doesn't say the daughters, because guess what? The daughters are already married off. And if she goes off, it's the husband's job to straighten her out. He has the power of life and death over his woman. That's in the Bible dictionary when you read about the family. It said the father or the man of the house had the power of life and death over the woman. and his children. In Israel, you can put your children to death. If they lazy, they don't want to do nothing, they don't get their life straight. This is why you have these gremlins out here. Because they grew up watching their mother. And their mother looking for everything easy. You got a man, got different men at the fucking house. That's how she makes her money. Fast money. So he doesn't grow up understanding the work ethic. Because the father's not in the house. And when I was a kid, it wasn't bad like it is now. You in the so-called black community, I can't give you the exact year, but pretty much 95% of the households in my community, there was a father in the household. You know, there was a man in the household, and a man is a disciplinarian. Women cannot discipline you. We have to bring them to heel, and the president has asked the FBI to launch a very concerted effort against gangs everywhere. In addition to that, he has appointed a new drugs are, you probably saw him Tuesday night, distinguished active military generals that we have in our country. He's already proven that and by the way, the police, I would say it was prior to 50, it was sometime after 50, they militarized the police. When I was a kid, you had the cop on the beat, right? It started in LA with the police, with the chief of police or whatever, the mayor and everything. They militarized the police, so they come in a military mode. And that started in L.A. and now it's throughout the country. The police are militarized. They come like they're going to war. Every time they go on their shift, they come like they're going to war. They're going out to war. They got a war mentality, especially in the J community. And then if you do enough research, they were trained by the Israeli military, the Israeli military are one of the top militaries on the planet. The elite military, one of the elite militaries on the planet is the IDF. You know, they're into the martial arts, they're into special weapons. They're no joke. Only thing is the land of Israel, the population is not that big. All right? So now I'm going to get ready to close this, but I want to bring you one precept. Deuteronomy 21 verse 18. If a man have, and now this applies to women because these women are super predators too. You got Jake women fighting men and beating men up. And that's a demon. A woman cannot beat a man, but guess what? If a demon's on that woman, or 5, 8 demons on that woman could beat the shit out of a man. That's why we say stay away from that wildebeest. Yeah, we were driving back from the camp, and we were seeing like certain Edomite women walking and jogging or whatever, and they had the tights on, and they were looking good. And most Edomite women that you see, and the women of the other nation, they look good. They look feminine. They look like women. They walk like women. You see this, most of the black women from the back, you think it's a dude. They walking like a dude. They fucking dress like a dude. A lot of them look like dudes. You got to look twice to see whether it's as a dude or a woman. There's nothing feminine about the majority of our black women. So they got to be called. Look that word up. A great culling has to take place. That means put to death. And they're going to be put to death by the missiles. And the scriptures speak about that the kingdom to come as a kingdom dwelling in righteousness, or something like that. Somebody put it up. I'm not going to look for it. Something in righteousness. The kingdom to come is going to be, we're going to dwell in righteousness. I'm merely paraphrasing, right? I'm not going to look for it. It says, if a man have a stubborn, and applies to the woman now, Israelite woman, and rebellious son or daughter, which will not obey the voice of his father, and he grew up under his father and his mother, and the voice of his mother, and that when they have chastened him, when they beat him, will not hearken unto them. Even though they beat him, this nigga's that's what the old saying, a hard head make a soft behind. But them niggas got hard heads and hard behinds. Then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him and bring him out unto the elders of the city and unto the gate. And then in the laws of the Most High, if somebody went off, a punishment is you got whipped. You got whipped. Somebody could put that in there. I'm not going to look for it. And unto the gate of his place, and they shall say unto the elders of the city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton. He eats all day. He plays video games. And a drunkard. He gets high. And he don't want to go to work. He don't want to help around the house or nothing like that. He don't want to get a wife. And all the men of the city shall stone him with stones. That's the firing squad. Because what is a bullet? A bullet is nothing but a stone. Bullets are made from the ground. So a bullet is nothing but a stone. It said that he die, so shalt thou put evil. That's evil. You don't want to work. You want to eat honeycombs and play video games all day. Go out in the street with your pajamas on. You see the black women, they wearing these fucking bonnets. These black women look like a hot mess. They got these super sized, eyebrows, which you know that they're fucking fake. And then they got extensions down to their fucking ankles. If they got any hair to work with in the first place. You're going to tell me that we're not cursed. It says, so shalt thou put evil away from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear. Right, if a man have committed a sin worthy of death, and he that be to be put to death, and thou hang him on a tree, right, it says he should not go to evening. You got to bury him quick. So this is a major law. If the U.S. applied this law, it would be a controversial law. But guess what? You're not gonna have gangs in the street. I believe it's in Korea. I don't know if it's South Korea or North Korea. It's probably in both South and North Korea. If they find you with drugs, they just lock your ass up for good. They don't play that shit. They say, you got drugs? We want to hear it. Your ass is locked up. You see what they did with Reiner, the chick that played for the WNBA. She was out there in Russia, and she had a little substance of whatever it was it CBD oil, and they said, look, you were sentenced. I believe they sentenced her to 20 years, but they worked behind the scenes, and she did 10 months. Oh, I didn't know it was in there. Yeah, you didn't know it was in there because you're a stupid ass. And here you are with a damn woman talking about, that's my wife. And now you're going to have a baby, and whatever that baby, and if that baby is a boy child, that baby, he's all fucked up. He's all fucked up. So let me come back over here. This guy right here, he's playing, oh, I'm sorry, and I didn't mean to do it, and you're going to have the mother, the grandmother, oh, he was a good, you're going to get that picture out when the nigga graduated from kindergarten, you know. Oh, he a good kid, he would never do that. So when the missiles come, the missiles are going to get rid of you super predators, you super predatoresses, which are you super predator women, going to get rid of your mama, your auntie, your uncle, your favorite cousin, your nephews, your kinfolk. The majority of the people that's going to die here in America from this thermonuclear destruction are going to be Jake and Esau and the other nations. All these different nations that come from around the world, they're all here to receive that punishment. Then the nations that have not received the punishment, Revelation 18, they're going right into captivity. So anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom. On to the next one. Shalom.